Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first official session for Final Fantasy D6, The Rebels of Spira. Rain came up with a name, and it's a really cool name, and I dig it. I am the Bardic Knock. I will be the game master, storyteller, narrator, the person who, goes, do you want to try the thing? And people go, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm like, yeah. That's my job. Mainly just to say yes to people. Because that's the vibe I'm going for. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon. Don't look at the Patreon. It's a flaming trash pile that I will at some point sort out to actually do something. But it exists, so I should always list it. And YouTube, that's where stuff goes. Do a whole bunch of stuff, stream Pokemon, stream tabletop RPGs. That's basically it. I sometimes do other stuff, but less often. But when I do, find me in those places and you'll see the stuff that I do. That's me. I am the person. So, I will let the other blinking circles that you can see below me talk, and they will say who they are. And then, I will try and explain what is going on here today. So, I'm going to throw this talk ball down to a person directly below me, which is ATB. ATB, who are you?
Hi. I am a tired guy. Basically, most of what you need to know about me is in the name. I am perpetually tired due to insomnia and just being sick of the world. And also, I am bisexual. Hence, ATB. I can usually be found lurking in chats of friends who stream, such as Bardics. And also, I am in a Curse of Strahd campaign on the channel of Undead K, who is also a friend here. And that game is also super fun. We just got out of Death House last session, officially. And also, we burned that house to the ground. Sure, it'll come back, but who cares? It was cathartic to burn it. And that was our reasoning. Oh, and also for this game, I am playing Lilith, who is a Dark Knight. All dead. She edgy.
I think that's all we need to know for now.
Yeah, I think.
Alrighty.
I think I did the introduction thing, right?
Yeah. That's all the introductions. Next up, we have Natural One. Natural One, who are you?
Who are any of us, really? But I'm Natural One. You can find me on Twitter and whatnot at Natural One. It's spelled a little weird, so look at the spelling. I'm pretty much here right now. I'm not playing on any other streams right now, so I'm kind of getting back into the game, as the kids say. I am gonna be playing Malcolm Stone, who is a red mage who has, certain things he enjoys doing. So I think more will be revealed about that.
That was so ominous. He has certain things he enjoys doing. Like, I can't tell if that's,
It's either murder or gambling.
Well, to me,
it could be both. It could be murder gambling.
To me, that sounds like either a murderer or someone who really is, they've got, a bunch of kinks, but they low-key don't know if it's okay to talk about their kinks in public yet. It's like, just like stuff,
Well, I can tell you without a doubt that it's absolutely certainly the latter thing you just described.
Hey, at least it's less awkward than my introduction.
Look, we're all awkward here. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
why,
two more
that's why we're
intros.
here.
Yeah. Why, we're all levels
Don't
of
go that
awkward.
far.
Let's be real here.
Imagine a bunch of people who really like Final Fantasy and tabletop role-playing games are awkward? No.
Nah.
Oh.
Where
Madness.
am I?
Okay. So, that next voice who's going to introduce themselves a little bit is Rain. Rain, who be you?
I be me. Who be you? I am Rain. You can find me on various Discords and in various games. At the moment, I think this is the only one I'm streaming. And you can also find me on DM's Guild, where I make products. I'm going to be playing Reno Boom, who is a question mark.
They're a form of myth. No. That was my first thought. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Bye. That was mine too. I'm like, are we having a DC Comics crossover now? Like, what?
I would not put it past any of us.
This is true.
Ooh. Sorry, I need to click a thing because yeah, Natural One just subscribed. Pew 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 pew. He's my friend.
Oh, and Bardic got the Pride tee.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's wonderful. Before I let Kupo talk, I should also tell everyone, go and look at Rain's stuff on DM's Guild. Rain is one of the best homebrewers I have ever met. It's fantastic stuff. Please go and look at it if you are interested in that kind of stuff. It's wonderful. And
Aw.
finally, Kupo. Kupo, who are you?
Kupo. I feel like that word encompasses so much. Hi. I go by Kupo Knight around the internets. You can find me at Kupo Knight on Twitter, KUP0KNIGHT. Most of the game streams I'm on are pretty much canceled. I think my final stream for my the Star Wars campaign I'm on is this Thursday at Welcome Party RPG, the Twitch channel. It's using the hyperdrive system, which is basically a hack of airlock. But yeah, we were playing Star Wars, and I'm very sad to see my Togruta Guardian of the Will go. But other than that, I am streaming on my own channel, Kupo_Knight, and that's where I play video games, like Final Fantasy. And I will be playing... Oh, sorry?
I was about to say, and didn't you recently just affiliate last month? Go check that out.
Yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very happy. I did not expect that at all, but it's a good. But enough about me. I will be playing Coupon, which is they are a Moogle ninja, and don't really have a feel for them yet per se. But right now, what I'm working with is that they didn't used to be like sneaky ninja. They were a bit more honorable back in the day. And then something happened. Bum, bum, bum.
Backstory? Oh no!
That might be the theme of all of our backstories. Just, we used to be different, but then something happened, and now you got you're stuck with us.
Yeah.
I am completely normal.
I'm a question mark. I am fine.
So these are all the wonderful, wonderful voices you hear, and they're going to basically be telling the story and pushing the narrative, and I'm here to say, find an excuse to just make really gay stuff happen. That is my job. So if it's not gay enough, tell me. I'll do better.
Oh, it's gonna be gay.
So, for those of you who don't really know what a session zero is, because I know lots of people, session zeros have become very commonplace, which is a wonderful thing. But still, lots of people don't really know what you're supposed to do in them because there's no rule book that says how to do a session zero. So everyone kind of just tries their own thing. But what I found works is here. So we're gonna start with like a discussion. First thing, a couple of us met up like 2 weeks ago when we were supposed to do this, and had a charity stream and was helping people.
How dare!
I'm a horrible human being. I'm sorry.
And Rain had a pre-existing arrangement. Well, so myself, Natch, and ATB, we covered a lot of topics. So a handy little Google Doc thing where we talked about stuff. So the first bunch of stuff we're going to talk about is lines and veils. So basically, the things that we are not comfortable with including in the game. Obviously, we covered a big list of them, so I'm gonna rattle these off quite rapid fire because they're kind of universal, I think. So, first one, bigotry in any way, shape, or form. So, don't want homophobic characters, racist characters, ableist characters, trans characters, any of that. Just not existing. Whether that be active or systemic forms of those things, we are going to do everything we can to just not include. Because the world has enough of that. I don't think we need to
add.
Yeah.
Don't need to add to it.
So, and then a little, not really a parenthesis, a little specification that any disagreement between individuals or the people will be emphasized to be an ideological or political disagreement over, one of the identity, cultural. For example, in Church of Yevon, yeah, they ain't great. They're kind of terrible to a lot of people. Gonna really hammer in that it has nothing to do with race, people, sexuality. A hammer in, no, it is an ideological. They disagree on something else, on anything. Of any identity, sexuality, all of those things, race, they are welcome in the Church of Yevon. Yes. So we're tweaking a little bit of stuff there already. The next thing, and it's kind of a situation, is violence towards vulnerable people. So that's just not, people not going to include women, gays, trans people, disabled people, just violence, active oppression and violence directed at people specifically because they are a thing. And I like to think I am creative enough that if I want to make someone out to be an asshole, I can do it without them beating up a child. I put myself a little bit on a pedestal. I'm good enough, but I don't need to.
You find it easy to be an asshole.
Honestly, stay with me. I'm pretty sure all villains I've ever created, even they are yeah, no hurting children. We're evil, but we got standards. Anyway, sorry. Random tangent.
That's basically that. And then, again, apart from that, things like torture, that I always find gets really iffy in role-playing games. Because, if you don't set these rules, guidelines, and you don't know the people, always that one person who gets a little too into how they talk about how they're going to graphically talk, like, Oop. We're just not going to include that. And I did a little include, and that is including mental or emotional. So no one's going to be like severely, like anything that verges towards like abuse, something that can be triggering to people. I don't really see a point in including. I think there'll be some forms of, but I think that's on like the people level. The way people brains work is we are capable of doing that, and it being bad and terrible, but not going straight to full on terrible. But so there might be some of that somewhere, specifically from villainous people, antagonists, but we're not going to do a scene where you show up to a dungeon and someone's been horribly treated. Or I don't know, once again, I find that triggering, personally. I assume lots of other people do as well, and it's just... I don't include that in my wheelhouse of things I want to explore for fun.
Yeah.
Then, last couple of things. The killing or injuring of characters and animals of emotional significance to you, the players. So, if you get a pet dog, develop a romantic interest, character's mom or your grandma or whatever, I am not going to use these as pawns to create an emotive response from them. I know people can do that, and I know sometimes it's great, but if I was ever inclined to go down that route, I would discuss that with you, the player, prior. Because I think it's very mean if I give you something, I give you a pet dog, love the dog's amazing, then I just go and punch it in the face to upset you and your character. That feels kind of like a dick move on my part.
That's basically Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Can I just say that I did not initially hear the commas between love interest, mother, and grandmother?
Oh God!
That's fair. Yeah, I had to say, I was just like, what's Bardic going on? But what is going on?
Which direction is Final Fantasy going in your brain?
Yeah.
Oh no!
This is a line, right?
What are you? Fire Emblem?
Oh, oh God.
This
is our party, ladies and gentlemen, other than them.
Weirdly enough, that actually leads into the next plot point of being in-game romances. So romantic, sexual and flirtatious interactions between characters require active and enthusiastic consent, both in and out of character, just because it gets squicky. If such an interaction is happening between two players, I kind of advise against it to avoid unpleasantry. If things don't go super well. But I'm not going to actually say, no, you can't flirt with each other. Like, no, if that is the way it works and you're all into it, cool. But obviously, then check with people. Don't just...
I don't know how to flirt.
I don't know. You just kind of go, hey, the Final Fantasy?
You go up to person and you go, hey, your face good, face.
Actually, you know what? According to the best love story ever written, Fantasy X, flirting involves standing awkwardly with
Standard and laughing out loud.
yeah, and going ah ha 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 ha.
It's so I could not. I was just like,
So it involved beating somebody with a blitzball because I'm pretty sure I could do that.
No, wait. Fire Emblem also taught me that the way to win a person's heart is to fight alongside them on a battlefield, too. So it's like laughing awkwardly, fighting in a battle, and giving them a heck ton of ceremonial swords.
Oh, also,
All at once?
Yes. All at once.
let's say
That's
the other
how you
thing,
get married.
at least according to Final Fantasy
In
X,
Fire Emblem.
is kill their fiance like 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times, just to be sure. Maybe 5. Maybe 5, just in case.
you gotta confirm that kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, hey, consent. Consent is sexy. Basically, and then final thing, this is partly a me thing, but it is also heavily brought in by the system itself. Character death. It is so hard to kill a character in this. Like there are. First of all,
Sounds like a challenge to me.
first of
I
all,
know. I'm just like,
only notorious and boss character like enemies can actually kill player characters, and the only way they can do that is that character needs to be unconscious, and the boss character must spend a full round doing this thing and nothing else. In fact, it's not just one round; it's a slow action. So they start it, and you have like the entire time until it gets back to their turn to stop your character from being killed. So you've got loads of time. However, there are lots of interesting, cool things that I love about this system. We're going to go into that later. So if you as the player have a narrative way to make it work, I put that in your hands, and there's the whole Destiny mechanic where you can do that, and you can be like, hey, I stocked up on these points. I'm going to crash the airship into Finn's face and explode it, and take myself out in the explosions in the fight. Cause you can just take full narrative control, but that's in your hands. The other
You
thing.
can also just pull.
Do what?
You can also just pull a Final Fantasy IV where you just seem like you died, but then you come back over and over and over and over again.
Don't give away
Unless you're
my
Kala.
endgame.
yeah, hold on. These are spoiler territory.
Oh, sorry.
The only other thing, and even then, I'm not going to ever enforce these on people. I will ask people if they would like these. But, so for example, let's say you're fighting a 3-headed T-Rex. T-Rex just squashes you. It drops you to like 0 hit points real easy. Like, say you win the fight. But if you would like, and I might encourage it, so for example, if the T-Rex got like a big critical hit, or it used a limit break or something, and really messed you up, say, hey, do you want like a permanent physical consequence? So, want to lose an arm? Do you want to lose an eye? Do you want to have a big gnarly scar? Like something like that. But once again, entirely narrative. I will put it in your hands as the players if you ever agree with something like that. Because this is not, I'm here and I say the rules and make that works. Or it's not that. It's more, hey, you tell me what you want to do, and I say yes. Try and make it happen. Oh, hey. So that's all the things that we covered last time in the Vines and Veils. Does anybody have anything else that they would like to be included into that? Things they definitely, like just boundaries, just things that they don't want to go near, things that they would like to be avoided, like anything like that. something that I think would actively make your experience of playing this game unfun.
Mm.
I think you might have covered everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Everything.
Sorry. There's going to be a lot of me talking. I try and cover as many points as possible. But I swear I'm going to try and rattle through some of these as quick as possible so we can get to you actually playing the game.
Mhm.
Okay. So now we've gone over the things that we don't want. Things that we do want. I've got a little section like things that you want to be in the game somewhere to do something and have fun with. The first thing is Blitzball. Apparently, at least one moment of having a Blitzball match is one. So there are rules for that. We can do that.
That is dope, and like it's all caps too in the
And
title.
so many exclamation points.
and exclamation points. So
Wait,
it wants
we
to be
can
done.
just we can have it be bolded
And bold.
emphasized, underlined.
You know what? Let's add let's make it a header. Oh, I didn't change it that much. Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Huh?
Okay, so Blitzball. We want a Blitzball match at some point. Or, you know, for all I know, like 2 sessions in, we all go, we're not digging this campaign. Let's do a Blitzball game instead. We're all Blitzballers now.
I like
Someone else
the
can go
blitz.
defeat Sin.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Look, if that is
Sin comes down and fights us in a blitzball match.
if that is the route that you all want to take because it feels the most fun, we can totally diverge from going on a pilgrimage and be like, oh, we were going to do a pilgrimage, and we discovered we're really good at Blitzball. Okay, so the next thing, which I believe should be a part of every Final Fantasy and every game point blank, is the overthrowing of a corrupt religious doctrine and the patriarch.
Patriarchy.
Yeah, take it down.
I
So-
mean, I'd also add like capitalism, but I don't like FF10. I'm like, no, it's more like a religious doctrine rather than.
I mean, there's one capitalist with Rin, but for the most part, he's actually a really good person. But we can definitely fight capitalism. That can definitely
Okay.
be in there. Okay, so the next thing I have is the Summoner NPC. We'll cover that in a little bit, because nobody here said, ooh, I want to be the Summoner, so we'll cover our NPC a little bit. Fun. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna make this fun. Next thing I wrote down is Drama Llamas, which is...
That was you, Bardic? You wrote Drama Llama?
Yeah. Because my understanding of it is, we want dramatic moments that, you know, cause inner conflict, either maybe between the party, or between the party and someone else, or between a character and a mysterious figure from their past, or, you know, just drama!
Mm-hmm.
Could we fight actual llamas though? Like literal llamas start causing drama.
I mean, yes.
I want this to be a Final Fantasy telenovela.
Yes. Also, don't mind me. Brain sometimes thinks of funny stuff inside, so wants to share.
I can do that.
Can we ride the drama llamas? Can they be mounts?
I just have chocobo trouble stuck in my head now.
I mean, yeah, when you come across a drama llamas, I think that is the ultimate victory. You know, you quell whatever drama they are causing, and possibly drama between themselves, and you unite them, unify them, and then they are so grateful and show respect to you that they offer their services.
Perfect.
Yeah. Next thing on our list is overcoming certain doom. So the way, I think that is kind of inherently the enemy is so big and so powerful. How are you supposed to be? Basically, try and put you in a situation that from the outside looks like you can't in. Then stand up, dagger, and turn your cap around backwards, or you like spit on the floor, you crick your neck, and you go, "I'm gonna do it." Or shout something about power of friendship. I don't know. You do something and you overcome it, whatever that dire situation. Definitely do that.
I just realized that Sin is basically Final Fantasy's Tarrasque.
Oh my god, it totally is.
It is. That's amazing.
Finally, I get to fight a Tarrasque.
Oh yeah, the Tarrasque is the final encounter. Possibly. The next thing I have is the Gilgamesh encounter, because of Gilgamesh. Final Fantasy staple. Gilgamesh is gonna pop out the void. Like, what? So, we are going to definitely include that. Sexually ambiguous villains. So, villains are just amazing. Probably gay, but not queer coded, so they're not a villain because they're gay. They're probably. So that's definitely going to. Of course, multi-stage boss battles. You start and you fight like some guy with a big sword, then grows and the sword becomes a part of his arm, and then the final version is you are just fighting a big sword with a dragon's face. That's definitely gonna cameos from other Final Fantasy and Square Enix titles. So, somehow, some way, maybe because of shenanigans, Rain has messaged me about ideas for this. Maybe somewhere there's a pool that is the dimension, and it's a Heat Academy, and
I still love the name I came up with for that.
But just finding ways to make references. Maybe someone finds a Buster Sword and looks at it and goes, "Nah, that'd be."
Gunblade, what the fuck?
Who would use a key as a sword? That's stupid.
The greatest
You're
hero
very
of
called
all
out
time. That's who would use a key as a blade. And then you want to create and develop new technology. Yeah, you just create things. Use your imagination, make new things. Well, that can make. Okay. Well, the next part of it is NPC. Now, if you want, I can just go off and I can think up different NPCs. By think up, I mean play other Final Fantasy games and take NPCs. Like, yeah, they're here. Or, which I really have started to enjoy doing, is basically handing over the reins. Like, so what kind of NPCs do you want? If this is a person you're going to meet and talk to 2 times, what are you interested in? I think this is kind of like a full discussion we can have essentially the entirety of this game, because keep coming up. Here, there, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, at any point, when you arrive at a town, or you the next temple, and I want to have an interaction with this kind of. You'll sit and give me some ideas, and I go, oh, I can make. Or I start doing something, and you go, ooh, but what if they were like this? Yeah. And the few that we have already got noted. Sid.
Gotta have a Sid.
Have to, is the law.
So Sid is just going to be out there somewhere in the world. apparently.
Although I'd like to add Biggs and Wedge, though.
Oh, okay, Biggs and Wedge. Why are they not written down?
Gotta have Biggs and Wedge. Yes.
A Biggs and Wedge, they need to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then next part, villains. We discussed, well, myself, Natch, and ATB discussed how you want the villains to work, because Final Fantasy X doesn't really have many. Really, just got Seymour in, then the concept of Yevon. So, thinking, oh hey, let's include other villains. Either there's like a collection of villains, so like a society of them. So, for example, Yevon. It'd be like the maesters of Yevon, who like interact with, and you know, there's probably a couple of different story arcs. So like, okay, so this story arc, we're stopping that maester because they are doing something. We're gonna go and we're gonna stop them, and boom, we knock one out. Very, it's very similar to like the elemental collection of bosses who all work as one thing. And then the other thing is maybe like smaller villains, so just like the local bandit leader from this area, and like a corrupt mayor of this town. Get loose. Oh no! It turns out the corrupt mayor was actually a sword dragon monster. Ugh. Sword dragon.
Hey,
I mean, I
happens
disagree,
when your
but-
mayor just gets replaced with a sword dragon.
Obviously, I think a lot of these will come under the same thing we're talking about. You have a discount a bunch of tropes if people ever want to add tropes to these things. Patriarchal wankers, amoralistic opportunist, corrupt political figures, potentially a rival pilgrimage group, who would be more of an antagonist, more than a villain. So something like that. Maybe come across a few times. Maybe. Ooh, Jesus Christ, that's loud. Thank you for the follow.
What?
Yeah, the
Woohoo!
thing just pinged. Oh god, I couldn't read it. It was like Awaba Ray, you know, Final Fantasy 13 round there. God, I think. More follows! As Rain Dust. Follow!
Yay! Welcome. Look at these Final Fantasy fans coming out of the woodwork.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Boom. One thing we've got there, so, you know, backstory related villains want to include, so if at any point anybody figures out more of their backstory, like, aha, I've got it, the asshole from my backstory. Tell me about them, I'm like, alright, let's...
Yes,
have a
yes,
few.
that thing.
The thing that's written down, it literally just says, evil clones with glue-on goatees. That's a thing people want, we can do it. We can do Star Trek. Basically, anything and
Can we make
everything.
them Magitech mad scientists?
Yes. Yes. Any villains, ideas that anybody has, you know, if a viewer has them, like, ooh, hey, I think this would be interesting. Oh, we'll listen, I'll put it to the group. We'll go, yes, we can. And then the other thing that is listed here on NPC somewhere is just a dragon pet.
Dragon pet.
That's very valid.
It really is.
At least
Well-
you didn't say Moogle pet. Then I would Coupon would be pissed.
Moogles are people, not pets.
Thank you. Wait, are tonberries, are they considered? They're like a species?
Would we have a Tonberry pet that was basically that meme of the duck holding a knife?
It's like, hurry up, Tonberry, come on.
It just slowly walks
Let
behind
me see what
you.
you have,
Just
Tonberry.
slowly. Jesus, it's taking forever.
Every time you look at them, they're doing this like slow shuffle, but when you look away, they're suddenly right behind you.
Oh my. Okay.
It's like the cat meme, when you turn around, it gets closer and closer, and the next thing you know.
Okay. Hear me out. And if none of you use this idea, I will use it and I'll give it to an NPC because I just thought of it and it's fucking limit breaks, right? You can design your own limit break. What if somebody has the limit break, the effect is just, instant death, and the limit break is they just put the Tonberry pet there.
Oh, I love
See,
that.
that truly terrifies me, though. That truly terrifies me.
And so, they do that, and then when you can activate the limit break, which obviously you can't do every fight, but so like every fight it starts and they just put the Tonberry down, so it'll spend the entire combat slowly shuffling across until until the user activates the limit break. Does that? That's when the Tonberry is just there.
The Tonberry does that for every fight. Nobody knows when it's going to strike, but when it does, it's great.
I had a similar idea for a cactuar.
Oh.
God.
I might be the only one who thinks this is funny, but roll with me on it. What if we had the Tonberry pet and we were all convinced the Tonberry was the summoner?
Oh my god, yes, please. Please, can we do this?
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Okay, so, right.
Can we give or if not, could we at least give the summoner the Tonberry pet?
So,
And they just keep saying, "Oh yeah, my pet is the summoner. I'm not the summoner. I just carried him around."
the thing is, that actually work. Lulu.
Oh my god.
Right? What's Lulu's weapon in the game?
Mm-hmm.
Like, little plush dolls that she infuses magical power into. Your summoner just has a Tonberry. And you all, like, at first, you're like, oh yeah, it's just like one of those magical dolls. That's how the summoner fights.
Oh, no.
And then you slowly start to clock on. Oh no, that's an actual Tonberry.
That's an actual Tonberry.
Your summoner starts feeding the Tonberry, we get a little suspicious.
Okay, so
It would be great. Each episode we get more paranoid.
see, this is good because the thing we're going to do after we finish the last stuff here, question of safety tools. But the next thing was actually going to, okay, let's design our summoner. Hey, get in there. Already started.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I just said, the last thing, safety tools. Tabletop role-playing games, they are social, and sometimes, well, it's something we choose to consent to. So, we also have every right to every moment to put our hand up and be, I'm not down for this. I'm not enjoying this. So we're gonna make use of the X cards. So wherever it is you want to put that, whether that is, if you dash from the hand up, do that, or just throw an X either Discord or funny chat, or they send it to me in a DM or somewhere. Just throw an X and be like, no, stop. And obviously, that can come any way, shape, or form. So privately or to fellow players to say it for you if you're not confident or comfortable. At any point, anybody can or stop either, depending on the comfort levels. Hold it. Pause the stream, stop what we're doing, throw it to a break screen, and have the conversation, figure it out, or we can go on stream, whatever's most comfortable. Figure it out, sort it out, and find a way to continue. Everybody at any given moment has the full power, stop everything, not I have feelings. While agreeing to this, nothing happens here without your agency.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. A lot of words I just... Alrighty. I believe that is everything to be covered.
Yay.
Just loving the stuff in the... all righty. So, that is all the Session 0 stuff that I want to cover and all talked about. Last had this. Rain, oh, is there anything else in all of that? I know it's a whole bunch of words. If you think of something later, obviously, at any moment about it, you know, message, Discord, or what. But is there anything else that either of you feel, and naturally, of anything, that wants to be discussed before we begin any form of actual...
Boltonberry.
Yeah, a purple tonberry.
Purple tonberry.
Purple tonberry.
That's
That is-
it. That's the tweet.
That's it.
Okay.
Stream end. Good night, everybody.
Alrighty then. So, now I suppose I should actually do my job.
We haven't even started, and we're already making him grip his face in pain.
Yeah, they're broken.
Look, if more than 1 or 2 sessions go by where I don't either have to do this while I'm laughing, or go, then we aren't having optimal. That's all.
Mm.
If I don't have to stop and go, what the fuck are we? Someone needs to work harder. Okay. Time to put on my little GM pen. Explain the world. So, anybody who's played Final Fantasy X, World of Spira. For the most part, it is a not technologically advanced, mostly sword and sorcery inspired. However, there is an underlying level of machinery and technology capability. Because 1,000 years ago, there was a great war between Zanarkand and Mavel. Summoners fighting people with Machina, whole big thing. Stuff went down. Some asshole named Yu Yeva and went, yo, I know what I'm gonna fucking do. And, you know, just made a giant evil fucking sky whale monster. And a bunch of bombs were dropped that were shaped like blitzballs for some reason. Yeah. The light novels are wild, if you ever read them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the game of Final Fantasy X exists. We aren't just gonna play Final Fantasy X because that story exists and we it. But did you not know there's light novel? There's Final Fantasy. Yeah, there's Final Fantasy X 2.5. There's a whole. There's a lot.
There's like one.
There's a
solely
radio
focused on
drama?
Tidus, I think.
Yeah, there's so much stuff, and they are wild.
Yeah.
One Seymour comes back for reasons, and so does Sin. Don't ask why.
You're looking for logic, you're in the wrong game.
Okay, so we've already proven how quickly I get distracted by tiny thing. So, we aren't going to just play Final Fantasy. Instead, we're going playing Final Fantasy X, plus a whole bunch of extra stuff, which I think is what you think is. So, we're gonna find. We're just adding little bits here, so you know, maybe there's an island over there where a bunch of Moogles live. Maybe there's an undersea temple where the Leviathan Aeon can be found. Maybe there's a giant technological city called Midgar that's just kind of nestled away all the way over there. They use life energy called Marco. Whatever we think is fun and interesting, we're just kind of adding that. We're going to tweak a few things. Obviously, can't just do Final Fantasy X because that has its own canon, so we're having to justify this fitting into the canon. Consider it an alternate universe. The timeline split from the Bavel-Zanakan War. Everything that happens in the main timeline, that's all the way over there. We're off over here, doing our own stuff. So, if you're, like, we're offended at the sheer idea that Yuna doesn't get to save the world, well, that happens. It's just over there. Our story, someone else does. Or doesn't. Or does something else. That's how that... That's basically the premise. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about setting? I think everyone here knows.
Oh, I got no questions.
Don't think I got questions either. Like, aside from, like, possibly where we're gonna be starting, maybe? Like, where in this world?
Well, brings me... Just doodling Moogle Island.
I did.
Approved.
Thanks.
So,
It's gonna be like the Pokemon game where I just draw random stuff. It's fine.
except people can see it now. Couldn't see it during...
Yeah! They can see my terrible drawings.
So, obviously, this is a new system for basically everybody here. That I've played it once and Ash has played it once. That was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
So, obviously, I think we're all a little bit like, so how does all this work? What we're gonna do is we're basically gonna have... I'm gonna try and make it narratively compelling, so it's not just, okay, let's practice rolls and books, but we're basically going to have a tutorial. So, this is going to be one of these times where I turn around and ask you, the players, what you would prefer. So I have two possible ideas. One, we have some weird dream sequency type thing where you find yourself in, like Dreams Anakin, basically the start of Final Fantasy X, except all of you are there. Or two, we have some dive to the heart Kingdom Hearts nonsense where we're actually in some physical representation of our inner selves trying to find an understanding on something. Explain.
Hmm.
I'm feeling dream sequence.
Yeah, I'm also feeling dream sequence. Although the Kingdom Hearts is tempting me. And apparently my sister's pet bird is giving their insight from all the way across the house. They don't even know what Final Fantasy is. They're just tweeting.
I can relate to that.
Lupo, Rain, do either of you have a preference? That either like Dreams Anakin or exploring, figure stuff out, or Kingdom Hearts?
I'm fine with the dream sequence. Sorry, I just realized I wasn't in the Roll20.
That's okay. Well, that's something else I should also specify. There is a Roll20, but the only dice you need for this game are 2d6. If you have real-life math rocks that you are desperate to roll, I'm okay. I trust you. You aren't going to lie. If you want to roll real life math rocks, please go right ahead.
Koopa?
Oh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now we can. Have you been trying to talk for a while and we just haven't heard you?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, this is what I get for messing around with like Discord, like my sound, my voice settings while on stream. It's fine. I should.
It's fine.
What am I? Are we just rolling now?
Would you rather do a sort of
Oh.
dream sequence thing for an introduction, or like a Kingdom Heart? You're traveling inside your inner mind to fight.
I love how no one can explain what the hell
No one
Dive to
can
the Heart
explain
was.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts prologue or Fire
There we go.
Emblem prologue.
Good job, bye. Dream sequence, please.
Okay. Alrighty. So, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to basically, like, point to each one of you. We're going to give, like, a little description of what the character is. The only thing I have for you is, for some, that is entirely up to you. Your character is either en route, Luca, or already in. And, you know, you're about to go to sleep. If you want to ask some questions and explain why you're heading there, why you're there. ATB. Obviously, you've already messaged. You, the summoner NPC, are going to design collectively.
Mm-hmm.
You were heading to Luca together, correct?
Yes.
I know why, but say it out loud why Lilith is accompanying this summoner.
Lilith was basically living in the same village as the summoner at the time before the calm ended. And when the summoner came up to Lilith and was like, I'm going to start my pilgrimage, I need a guardian to come with me, Lilith was happy to oblige, and thus now they're traveling together.
Yeah, and by the way, that is all you really need. Have a more in-depth thing. Have more in-depth. If you just say, I'm going to Luca because I want to watch Blitzball. That is a perfectly valid answer. Right. Natch.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Malcolm either heading to / is already in Luca? A little bit of Malcolm.
So actually I have a question before I go into it. Where are we on a timeline in terms of there being a calm / end of the calm?
Calm. The most recent calm ended approximately, I'm gonna say, a year ago.
Okay.
So Sin has been active again for about a year.
Okay.
So, gives enough time for people to prepare and also for the summoner NPC to be like, okay, I am finished preparations. Time for pilgrimage.
So, and so I think what had happened was, I think Malcolm was in a village that had been destroyed by Sin, and it kind of broke him a little bit. So he just kind of turned to wandering the islands, following the winds on kind of on his own hedonistic pilgrimage, to just kind of take advantage of what life he has, because he realizes it's so fleeting. And so it's just brought him to Luca for no particular reason.
Same.
Same.
Reno's Reno's wandering for her dissertation. She wants to encounter as many monsters as possible and eat at as many food stalls as possible.
Luca is actually a really smart place to go to. It's big, there's a lot of bound to be food stalls if there's sports equals, right?
Yeah.
Usually.
It equals food and people going, yeah! And boo!
And oh,
Mm-hmm.
what has led to traveling to Ash being in?
They're finishing up a job. They're like a ninja, but you know they kind of take jobs as they go, and basically like mind setting is like they're pretty disillusioned right now, so something happened that made them like disillusioned on everything, so they just became this similar to Malcolm, kind of just wandering and just just getting paid and just going wherever the money or the tasks take them. And this latest just happens to be in Luca.
That actually works really well. So you're all already there. Yeah, you've probably found accommodations. For ease, I'm gonna say you probably all stayed at the same inn. You don't know each other, but you're all there, separate rooms, doing this, that. Final Fantasy 17. Let's go over that way. That is the vibe of this, and it gets to the time where people, whatever time it is for you, whether you go to bed early or you stay up till 5 in the morning, questioning why you've done this to yourself again. Whatever it is, you get your rest. You're going to sleep. I don't know if your character's or if you have like recurring dreams, like whatever it is that normally happens while you sleep. This feels intensely different. The world that you have created in your dream state is something that most of you can't really comprehend. Instead of being more disparate tropical islands, quite destitute, isolated villages, this has created massive cityscape. It's nighttime. No, it's night. There are stars in the sky, and it is dark. Yet, all around you is light and activity, and bustle, and noises. The light, it doesn't come from the. This isn't magic. This is created light. It's got, I think to a lot of you, it's probably got like a weird, almost excessive vibe from it. Loud and screens on large building, bigger than any temple you ever see. Screens in it, and they're playing Blitzball. But you see people on like hovering, on little pedestals, moving around, or wearing strange clothing, and it's so out of everything but currently understand. And you will all find yourselves nestled in kind of like doing this, like being shuffle. Oh, this is incredibly strange and alienating. as this goes on, let's first rolls.
Oh shit! First roll.
Yeah, rolls. Tabletop role-playing games that involve rolling stuff.
What?
Okay, so I think awareness is probably the most appropriate what I'm about to ask for. If anybody wants to roll anything else, please let me know, because I'm more than happy to let anybody roll anything that they can justify. But if you could all roll an awareness for me, if you don't have that, you justify. So, roll for anything. It is literally 2d6 plus whatever you have to add to stuff.
Okay. I guess I'll just roll 2d6 because I'm not sure if any of the skills I have would fit.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting this so early. We have our first complication.
Oh, I didn't roll 2. Gosh darn it.
I rolled my own math rocks. Is that okay?
Yeah, what did you roll?
12. Two sixes.
Oh, wow.
What?
So we got a
All
6, a 7, and a 13.
Okay, so we got a double 1 and a double 6. So we got a critical success and
Critical fail.
And a critical fail.
yeah,
Perfect. Yeah.
I find
And
that
that's
so
how this
wonderful.
game's gonna go.
And welcome to our game. This is how it's gonna be.
Yay!
It's gonna be this kind of game. Okay.
Okay, so you know what? I'm going to start from the worst, go up to the best. Coupon.
Yeah.
There's a Moogle.
Yeah.
When you envision the Moogle in your mind,
Uh-huh.
little tiny person, or are you like a people-sized Moogle?
Oh man, that's kind of horrifying. Actually, I was thinking like a Moogle,
Itty bitty.
like so. Yeah, so in this dream, I'm just being like trampled on, and but it's so crowded, I can't use my like ninja parkour skills to like yeet myself out of the crowd.
That is exactly it. You know, you're trying to be aware of everything, but it's so loud and bright, and you know, there's just knees and shins everywhere, and you find yourself like being kicked around a little bit. You're not going to take damage or anything, but you know, you are so incredibly disorientated. Just find yourself being pushed around. Eventually, will find yourself like flat on your back, looking up at the sky.
Yeah, I look at this guy, and I'm just like, fuck shit.
The next highest is ETB with 7. In amongst all the crowd, and it's fairly odd. It's almost as if like you can it's not as if people walk around them, but you can see a child, like quite clearly a child. They have dark skin. They seem to be wearing like shorts that seem a bit cut up and ragged. They have like a purple top, a hood pulled up. The hood comes over and it covers up to their nose. It's like blackness, and you can like see people walk through them as if this person exists. This child is just staring.
Oh gosh, that is not as normal.
Reno, you see this same thing. What you do also notice is the child. It seems to have. They seem to have markings on their arms, and as they turn around, you can make out very clearly a symbol, kind of like a wheel, the back of their top, and it looks very ornate. If you wanted to roll kind of four, or what would be enough? I suppose I had to say anything.
If it's related to a monster, I have monster lore.
Technically a monster.
Yeah, I got no lore.
I would accept a general history or magic. Or if
I
there's
have
any
not-
others. Like, this
I
isn't a
have
monster.
inquiry, nature. Da-da-da-da-da.
I would allow inquiry.
Okay. Then I will do an inquiry roll. And I already forgot the number. Just a second.
I just realized very late I had a +4 in awareness.
Okay.
I just had it wrote down wrong on my character sheet
Oh
because
no!
I got like a backup as well, and now I feel like an idiot.
That's fine. It still would have been in the same order of things. So it still
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
Okay, so with an 11 on the inquiry. 11. 11 goes right up to challenging. Yeah. So, Reno, you recognize. You may not recognize the specific, but you know that is that kind of symbol, that kind of imagery, that is used by the faith. So that little child, not a people. That's a faith. That is a spirit being of great power who given up their corporeal life in sacrifice. You don't know specifically what it's the faith of, but you know it's a faith. And if you can a faith, you know something's about to go down. This is a huge deal. And then finally, with Malcolm, your double sixes, your insta success, or the best everything. You probably read something. You're a red mage. You've read it. You've picked it up. You met someone who talked about this. That's the faith of Bahamut. Bahamut, the king of Aeon, powerful summoning. There, he is to have gathered you. If you, it's very easy from this point to kind of realize who else has been, almost if like some kind of marker. That is Lith. Fun. A Moogle on the floor who's got and Reno. So at this point I would ask all of you to describe what your character looks like. So in your character's mind, what would they appear in? So ATB. What does Lilith wear? What does she look like? Or stuff like that.
I'm going to say in this dream sequence, Lilith is dressed in her full Dark Knight garb, which is just a standard black armor, and also instead of like usually like the standard helmet, instead there's just an ornate mask that's covering like the whole upper part of her face. Although through the eye holes there's still like like the greens of her eyes. And then and also she just has like very short blonde hair that is visible because no like helmet or anything. And sorry, brain blanked, but yeah, she is basically just standing there, stoically trying to figure out what is going on.
You look like.
Malcolm, a good visual would be, he looks a lot like Gladio. He
I think you mean
is
Daddy.
wearing, I mean, I don't need to be called out like that, but he is wearing all black and red leather, and he's got red hair that's about shoulder length, that's totally slicked back, and he's got a whip on his belt.
Reno, what do you look like?
Well, right now, Reno basically looks like she's wearing very thick blue robes that cover everything, and a very large blue wizard's hat that again covers everything, so you can't really tell what she is. But there is something under her robes that isn't part of her body, that is large and straight and dips the robes every now and then.
Thanks so hard.
That's not part of her body.
Yeah. I am a mature adult.
I was just going to say straight. What's straight?
This is fantasy, right?
Yeah. And on. What do you look like?
Question. How we look in the dream, does it have to reflect what we look like in real life? I
don't think so. I just want. I
Not
mean, for me,
excessively. It doesn't need to be like perfect in dream and you think bigger or nicer. I think it's very much like within reason, but you know, whatever you want to look.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because I know we're also describing our characters, so I wasn't sure. So Coupon is left was left on the floor, just kind of, I guess, wishing for an early death. But they are I guess once they kind of realize what the heck is like to pay attention to themselves, they see that they're kind of in like in armor, like something like a knight would wear, and that throws them off because that definitely does not reflect the very simple light robes that they wear usually. And in terms of like appearance, they are a Moogle, so they have that fluffy whiteness and the I don't want to say antenna.
It's a little palm.
It's the palm, yeah.
It's the palm.
The palm is like, kind of like not red, but more on the like dark pinkish tone. But the only significant difference is on their around their left eye is just like a patch of just like a black patch. So it's like almost like a birthmark, I guess.
want a...
Oh, me too.
Okay,
No, just kidding.
someone figure out how to make plushies.
Right.
And finally, there is one other person. This is where we get to design Summoner. I think the general could like a white mage because no Malcolm can, but I think one would be happier if we have like a dedicated healer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what do you want? What do you all think would be the most fun or the most thing? We can totally play against the white mage trope, and we can make them big and buff and ridiculous, and then they're the healer, or we can make them elfin-like, elderly, quite young. Like, what do we think would? What is a character tropes we are interested in?
I just like the idea of either something very small or massively huge holding a tonberry.
Yeah, the tonberry has to stay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So we have established their weapon of choice, berry.
A purple one.
A purple
Purple
tonberry.
one.
So kind of the thing is both
Sorry, I'm back.
both options really funny. Is either go for like the biggest, buffest, like doesn't matter what gender, male, female, oh big, buff, muscular, and just got a little tomberry they hold in their hand.
What about a Ronzo?
Oh my god, a Ronso.
Alonzo?
Yeah, I was thinking Ronzo or like a Guado as a.
Oh.
And that also works as well on the other side. If we wanted to go like all wanted to young, you know, this person could be like very young, for instance. It's like,
Oh.
so do we want cute or do we want hilarious but also wholesome as?
You know, technically we can do both. If we were to do like, this is bad terminology, but a runt Ronzo, like a very small Ronzo, that feels secure when they have a tonberry.
Oh, that's super cute.
The thing is, Ari is technically like, I guess, you know, because when you
He's
come,
like a run.
yeah, yeah, because you know when you see Kamari up against like Biran and Yenke, they're like a good foot and a half taller than him, and about a foot and a half wider than him.
He's like thin. He's like slim compared to like.
Yeah. Okay, I like Ronso.
Yes, I love it.
Do we want them older, younger?
I just like the younger with the
With the
anxiety
security blanket.
tonberry, I guess.
Okay. I've got it. So, younger. I don't know if we want to go like, they're like a child, but we could do that. But so younger, we'll figure out the exact specifics. I like the idea that compared to like humans, they might look quite large, but in reality they feel like they aren't, and they aren't going to be physically. They might look it. So I like this. So obviously, so they're basically blue furry lion people with horns. I mean, the males have horns. I don't think the females. Obviously. Now this is a... don't know how to get like sexual dynamics. I suppose non-binary. It is a real thing. Of course it's a real thing. More than half of the... So, whether or not they have the horn has their gender identity. So do we think they should have a horn or not have? Maybe like a little horn.
How about we roll a d4 and be like 1, 2 horn, 3, 4 no horn.
Is that what people both what?
I mean, we could do that, but I'm okay with the horn, like a non-gendered
Yeah.
horn.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm.
But like if people wanted to put it to chance, was an option.
Okay, so small horn. Well, if we're going to give a height, we'll say looks semi-tall for a, but still incredibly small for a. So I'd say that is probably where I get skewed. I consider tall. Okay, but what is semi-tall for a people? I think like 5'10", 5'9". That's like kind of
5,
tallish,
5'10",
right?
5'9".
Yeah, I'm 5'4", so everything is tall to me, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
I'm 6'2", so everything's small to me.
Yeah, you're.
I'm
They're
5'9",
giant.
and life is normal.
I'm just 5'2". I'm so small.
Alright, so like
High five. Bye.
Alright, so like 5'9", very slender build. Do we want the person to have like a specific gender identity? So, or do we want to lean into whatever gender I fucking...
Your gender is white mage. I thought we established this.
Okay, no, I'm into this. So, young, gender, queer, fluid, they are whatever they want to be at any given moment.
Yeah.
We can round out and figure out more they are when they figure it out. Journey. So you can also see this person. Clothing. Do we want them in like classical white mage robes? Or more of like the Ronso attire, which is like basic leathers, like leather shorts. It's kind of like got a lot of maneuverability. Kind of like strength.
Mm-hmm.
Could we somehow combine the two?
Yes. So they've got bottom half white mage robes. So, like, a long, flowing dress that reaches down to the ankle. Upper body, I'm gonna say, it's not, like... Yeah, you know, there's a lot of fur going. So there's some straps that goes over the shoulder. They'll have, like, a small chest plate. Leather is not heavily on. They'll have some kind of binding across their chest to... as as possible, it tell you what is there, but it says, hey, chest is binding. Found. So I love this. We've got like dress, bottom half, warrior. I love this character.
You like white leather with golden straps.
Kick ass while looking good doing it.
Exactly.
And because it's Final Fantasy, they need to have so many belts.
So many.
Belts for days.
That's more of a Kingdom Hearts thing.
Especially, no, it's Tetsuya Nomura thing.
Yes.
So belts for days. Just, you know, belts everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What name do
Hmm.
Ooh, I suck at names, so...
Raiko?
Lyco?
Like this. In the Discord.
Like
Ooh,
Oh! Raiko!
I like it.
I like Raiko. Yeah. So,
This is how me being a writer comes to the fore.
it does. So,
Not to be confused with the Pokemon.
I mean, there could be some interact. Have like a light vibe to. So maybe they've got like a yellow streak in their hair that kind of jags like a lightning bolt. So they'll be stood there, and they'll be obvious like the rest of. Stood there very timidly.
They cast Thundaga through their Tonberry.
And you can see that they are very intimidated by everything. The ease, you know, if this was a video game, you'd all have like an obvious quest marker, or you'd all be like the illuminated, whatever it is you want. So you see that you five all stand out as who are here for a reason. Lilith.
In some cases, Coupon's palm stands out for a lot of us.
Lilith, you feel like a little tapping on your shoulder as Raiko, you know, they tap gently on your shoulder and then hug their Tomberry.
Lilith just looks around. Would she notice if there's any, like, obvious danger, or would she notice anything of?
Obvious danger. I guess if you wanted to roll awareness again for me.
And I will actually add
+4.
the... Yeah. Sorry about that, but I don't...
12. 12 is a good roll, yeah. You can't see anything, but this weird alien landscape, this powerful being that's summoned you all here for some reason. You can feel tension. It's very much that calm before the storm. No one around here seems to be except you and the... Like you've been brought here to witness or take part in whatever terrible thing is about.
Lilith will take note of this and just speak to Raiko. I feel like we can't do anything right now. Something's about to happen and we have to watch it.
If we're here for... They are...
Possibly. Honestly, that would probably be the best course of action.
Raiko kind of looks around, their hand up, clutching the Tomberry to their chest really close, kind of waves at Reno, Malcolm, and Fun. Speaks up and they're trying so loud to project. Hey, hello.
Oh.
Other people who are clearly not from here. Hi.
Oh no!
I'm going to turn and see the Tonberry and run straight for it. So and like bend down to get right into its face. Go, Tonberry!
Oh, hi.
Coupon looks at the kid, looks at the Ronzo, and although is definitely taller than they still run up. What what the heck are you doing here, kid? You shouldn't be. And then the minute they see the Tonberry whips out like a sword, their dream sword, and just like, what are you doing? What is this?
Oh,
Lilith just sort of makes herself go almost between Raiko de Tonberry and Reno. Just sort of like a, no, don't do that.
Malcolm is gonna raise an eyebrow, unhook his whip from his belt, and just kind of walk slowly towards the Ronzo. Not super slow, not deliberately slowly, but certainly not in any hurry, as if, oh shit, here we go again.
It's a shame the internet wasn't working. I have a prop.
Oh.
Because it's very much like this. So what Raiko does is goes, oh, this not a, yeah, not a real Tonberry. It's like,
Is it all?
yeah, it can move and stuff.
It can move.
Ever seen magical dolls?
Well,
It's just Tom.
not a. But
Tom raises its little hand. The hand which seems to have like it has the knife stitched to the hand.
yeah.
And it goes a little wave.
The dog's like, why?
He came and begged to be picked up. Own fault.
Okay.
So yeah, Raiko, they make the little like, not real Tom. I don't like them, but they're actually quite strong and look like. Okay, this is obviously gonna.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Raiko. You are definitely not unlovable.
I
Considering
have
the
a sudden
giant.
sensation that I ran into a wall. Possibly the fourth one.
I should establish anybody who plays any game with me. That fourth wall, you throw that shit away. You see an opportunity to make a meta joke, you make them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Hell, in like the Pokemon Swords and Sorceries game, my character literally went to like the NPC they ended up romancing, being like, "Did you just break the fourth wall? That's kind of cute." And that's how you flirt, apparently.
So you've all kind
Well,
of
that's how you
gathered.
flirted then. We flirt now with the Tauntaun.
So you've all gathered around, and you're all like, some of you are like very aggressively like pointing at this very timid person with their anxiety on back, and you're going, okay, I think we understand it. They're trying to explain themselves, and as all this is going on, none of you need to roll, but the tension that was being felt all around you, you feel that snap. Feel everything just... It's like a powerful force that you just sense as you look up to the sky and you see this huge embodiment, just this towering, mottled creature just float through the sky. It floats over the city. It seems to not even care that it's going near it. Its fins, its claws, just not even trying. It's not swinging. It's not doing a Godzilla kaiju. Like, it's just moving. anything it comes into contact with just falls apart. Panic begins to. The little boy, Faith, all of a sudden very close to you, looks up, points to it, looks at all of you, nods.
Blow it up.
Stab it.
Let's establish tone now before it's too late.
Malcolm just nods at him and starts walking towards the giant space whale.
Okay, yeah, you just going, alright, let's go. Alrighty. Everybody else, you just letting a stranger walk off? You're like, oh no, we should do it.
Lilith is just staying by Raiko, just being like, just going to follow them, or just waiting for them to decide what to do.
Coupon kind of maybe waddles over to the child, not Baby Yoda, but the child, and tries to ask, like, what are you standing around here for, Kupo? Just, this isn't safe. You should go, Kupo. I'm gonna try adding Kupo to God. Kills.
Any excuse to say Kupo.
Just start skipping along behind Malcolm.
The child kind of see him shake his head and go, this is all. Then, like, steps. Probably a slightly uncomfortable feeling. He just steps through you, starts to walk away, and as he passes, you know, not there.
The fuck?
Mood.
Well.
Coupon doesn't know what to do. Like, they're just stumped.
Valid reaction.
What do, Kupo?
What do, Kupo?
As this is all going on, Raiko is just hurting them. We need to help them, and see them kind of like take a deep breath, hug Tauntaun, then exhale. They lower their arms. They I like to imagine they just grip Tauntaun by the head. And without a second thought, Raiko just starts sprinting, like running to catch up with Malcolm and Reno, who already just run ahead.
Lilith would follow behind, and basically, as she's running, she just unsheathes her blade as she catches up with Raiko and just sprints alongside him.
Just you hasn't. You're just still going, the fuck?
I'm
Bro?
like, the fuck? And I look at the like tall humanoids like run, and I'm like, oh, fuck Kupo, and start to ninja parkour like to catch up.
I love that that Coupon is the reasonable one.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised too. Like,
I think it's great. Okay, so all five of you are running, and obviously there are people running the other direction, like trying to run past you, going, "Oh, what's going on?" god, oh my gosh! You're just sprinting past them. The person in the front, being Malcolm, as you are running, a building, it starts to topple down, it like crumbling and starts to fall, and what you see, you see a somewhat defenseless looking person. Yeah, just a man, just some dude. He's kind of like on the floor going, oh no! And like kind of like trying to push and scurry himself back. Because as this building is starting to fall, you see in front of him 5 of these weird little kind of like foot-high insect bug things with like 7 eyes and these horrible little wings, and you see them kind of like skittering along the floor going
I'm going to crack my whip in front of the man to try and startle the insects away from him.
Okay. Is that... I don't think you need them. I think you can just, like, whoop.
I'm not trying to hit anyone.
Yeah. Okay. You just whoop, and all the insects are kind of stop, turn, and they look at you. I think at this point, Reno, you will have caught up with them, and then Reiko is a little bit behind on catching up. For ease, I'm going to say you're just a little bit behind in terms of distance in the game, because you don't use measurements, just use short, medium, and long. I'm going to say that Reno, Malcolm, you are a short distance away from these 5 insect things. Lilith, Raiko, and Coupon are a medium distance. If you would like to engage combat, there's no initiative. The way combat works is, unless it is an ambush, party goes first. You decide your own order. Order can be however you want it to go. Then, who would like begin this?
I can go first.
Right ahead.
Um,
5 horrible little insects.
As I'm coming up behind Malcolm, I just shout out, "Make room for the boom!" and like throw away my robes. So what you see is a tall cat person with very revealing underrobes and a massive gun blade at her hip.
Nice.
And I'm going... casting a spell is a full round, right?
Casting a spell is a slow action, so it will start now, and it will go all... like, everybody else will move and do stuff, and then when it comes back to you, your spell will activate, and then you start your next.
Okay. Double check this spell. Yep. Okay. I will start casting my goblin bomb. So I'll just hold out my hand, and a comically large bomb with a grinning face on it appears. And then that's all I can do.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
I can go next since I'm also up front.
Yeah.
I will just try and crack my whip and hit one of the insects.
Okay. So to hit, I believe. Okay.
Yes, and I hope I calculated this correctly. I got an 8 overall.
8 overall? Yeah. Because I think it's a really good thing. I'm just laughing at my revealing robes. What? Is it dick titties rain? Gunblade. That doesn't. Yeah. So the thing which I like very much in this is, rolling to hit stuff is really easy because it's more about tanking damage, but it's dodging and moving. So you are almost always going to hit stuff, unless it specifically is designed. So in 8, you make contact.
Okay.
Once again, for ease, there's 2 ways you can go about this. You can either use that 8, that is or whatever you rolled on the die. Use that and add that to your weapon damage, or you can roll the 2d. Whatever it is.
I think I'll reroll.
Okay.
I got the exact same thing. 7. That's 15 total damage.
So, just to explain to people, which is they haven't. Damage in general is it is always pre-count. So, can you explain where that 15 has come from?
Mine is different because of one of my abilities. Do you want me to still explain that?
Yeah, because the more we explain, the more we understand. Oh yeah, now we get it. So next time, you do.
So typically, melee weapons are calculated with 2d6 plus your power score. But because I have Kara's magic, mine is calculated with 2d6 plus my dex score.
No, and your dex score is
8.
8. Yeah. So rolled an 8. Well, dealt 8, and you just rolled a 7, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and this where it goes. Please describe this. The more, I just want people to describe. I want this to be over the top and anime and.
Does the insect survive?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then so I pull out I've got my whip out and I fling it at one of the insects and I make contact with its thorax and it just kind of there's a loud crack and it just kind of bursts through the thorax and explodes backwards.
They just and like a bunch of little fireflies die if they just appear in turn. So then that whoop whoop, and that is the sound effect I'm going to do.
Okay.
I hope you don't get bored of it.
No, not at all.
And you see this insect just kind of like fall to pieces. What would like to go next?
What do you think there? So, I know that Lilith is at medium distance, so would she just, if she wanted to attack, would she have to just spend time running first? And then just attack next turn, or?
No. You could attack this turn. Because the way turns work is you can have 3 standard actions. So, it would be a standard action move from a medium distance to short distance. Be a standard action short distance into combat range. Then an action to. You could do that in one.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll just say basically she is running with her blade out and if there's like any light nearby it just shimmers on the blade. And the first insect she goes near, she tries to bring the blade down onto it just to try to cleave it in two.
The blade, is it anything special? Is it just basic ass rusty level 1? Final Fantasy?
Basically, it sort of looks like the Brotherhood sword from Final Fantasy X, so like Tidus's weapon.
Yeah.
So it's just like long, and then it has like a jagged edge on it, only because Dark Knight edginess incarnate. It's like black with basically what looks like a galaxy sort of on it. So just like black and shimmering like various colors of blue and red and white.
That's
Okay,
really
I
cool.
didn't know if it would be too over the top.
I don't even know.
Fair.
Yeah, do you want to roll an accuracy check for me?
Okay, that is just 2d6, right?
Plus whatever bonus you have.
Okay, so that would be like +2 for accuracy then, I think.
Just check the not Black Mage,
Or
Dark
Black
Knight.
Knight. Dark Knight.
Your accuracy bonus job is 2. Got any other things to add to it, which I
Oof.
a double one,
Double.
which be a fail. You want me to describe something, a complication that arises, or do you take this into your own hands?
I'm sort of imagining like probably with the running, Lilith's aim is a bit off. Plus, she is also focused on not only is Cinder, but also Raiko, her charge is there, and also there's insects now, and so her aim is just off, and her sword just goes wide. And the insect just sort of does a little sidestep, like, heh.
So are you, like, swinging onto, swinging down vertically onto the thing?
I was imagining like she was swinging down.
Okay, so for the double one, the complication, I'm going to say you swing down, but you mistimed and you swung down a little bit short. Swung down with such strength and such ferocity, where like essentially embedded your sword in the floor. You'll need to spend a standard action next turn to pull it out.
Props to me, though. I managed to break the ground.
Fun. Unless you want Raiko to move.
You mentioned that I was in a medium range.
Yes.
Okay. So, I think at this point in time, now that there's like battle, Coupon kind of that imagery of that knight armor, like I mean it's still there, but instead of that sword that they were trying to like threaten the Tonberry doll with, it becomes what they usually carry in real time, sure. And it's like they dual wield daggers, and so they want to how many buggy things are left?
There are 4.
Okay. Well, I want to I'd like to use my throw ability and kind of chuck a dagger at one of the buggy bugs.
Okay, so we are making use of our first action job ability. Okay, so the ninja's throw ability. throw allows the ninja to launch a single weapon or devastating force and action. They treat this as a normal attack that receives a +4 bonus accuracy checks and may target enemies up to a medium range. You use the weapon stats for not or equipped weapon, unless they are one. Damage is always calculated using dex score, even in the case of weapons, something else. Technique does come with a price, however. Anything used in conjunction with thrown will be irretrievably lost. The only exception to this is items with destructible property, still unavailable until battle is over. Throw it. However, you can pick up improbable weapons, pick up a rock, pick up something else. Or, I don't know, maybe you have like 20 daggers. Just
Another person.
Are we going to start yeet?
Eat the Tonberry.
Not in this session, but the idea is now in my head.
So,
Yes.
what?
Was, a tiny little girl just eating people.
It's the imagery alone is worth it.
Really is. So, what would you like to throw?
Damn. I kind of forgot about that whole once you throw it, it's gone.
I mean, this is a dream
This
sequence.
is a dream sequence.
So,
This is true. I think deep down, like, especially since they're wearing like knight armor, they kind of know this isn't real. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw one of my daggers.
yeah. Okay. So, obviously, this says it deals. So, it deals the damage of the weapon, but with a +4 to act. So,
Okay, so it's the 2d6 plus 4 then?
yeah, that should proceed to roll.
Okay. That +4 was kind of what confused me because I wasn't sure if because I know I roll with dex when it also, but
Okay, so as well as the +4, you also have whatever your regular accuracy, which as a ninja is pretty good. Accuracy +1. So this is actually going to be a +5.
oh, okay. So you add on to that. But well, okay, cool. The one is still coming at me.
Okay, 9, which is still good. Because, like I said, it's very easy to hit things. So now, the damage which is being dealt. Your dagger is using your dex, and this is a tier 1 weapon. That's just going to be your dex score. And either you can roll 2d6 again to add to it, or you can just take the 4.
Ooh. Sure, I'll roll again. So what is the 2d6 plus my dex? Oh, god damn it.
$17.
Oh,
Much better.
nice.
Okay. Please describe how you just destroy this pawn.
So Coupon is still a ways from everyone else, but kind of sees like the melee that's happening. But they kind of stop in their tracks, look at the bugs, and you just hear like this voice going, just like incoming, and like they let fly this dagger, and it becomes like Okay, so I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey a lot, so I imagine it's kind of like the camera is like following. You're basically the dagger, and you're following it, and then it's like slow motion, and then it just like hits the bug like right where like the neck would be, and it just.
So just very cathartic.
Yeah.
And nice.
And the dagger is gonna like go straight through the bug. The bug's gonna like. Alright.
Yeah.
So there are only 3 left. These 3 remaining bugs. Oh no, sorry, there's also Raiko.
Yeah.
Good child. Okay, so what Raiko does is... Okay. Would we rather Raiko cast a spell or chuck Tauntaun in?
I say maybe my vote would be to cast a spell. Just
Yeah,
so
I think that would be my vote too.
we need to wait for the perfect opportunity for Tauntaun.
So Raiko kind of stops and skids in their tracks. It's you know what? It's actually this really wonderfully juxtaposing by moment people need help. So Raiko sprint and stop. They physically skid and stop as they lift Tauntaun above their head. So you see them emanating like a magical aura, like a small circle starts to build around. The spell is going to activate. Gets around. There's power in Little Raiko. Okay. Little buggy bugs. There's 3 of them left. For here, they're just going to engage in the 3 that are in close combat. So one going to try and attack. Person's name. One's going to try and attack Malcolm. 8. Your avoidance higher than 8.
My avoidance is 7.
So it does hit, but it only deals. Like damage.
Oof. Okay. So I subtract that. I subtract my armor from that, right?
Yes. Just double check that. It's been a while. Totally forgot. I should have read up on this.
It's fine.
Okay, armor. So some of your protection against physical attack, higher the number, less damage you take. When you would take damage, subtract your arm score from the amount you take. Yeah. So you just take your armor off of whatever. So how much armor do you?
4.
So this dealt 9 damage. You're gonna take 5.
Cool.
The next one is going to scuttle over and attack Reno. It rolled a 5. Its accuracy check.
My avoidance is 6.
It does not hit you. Go. Or however it is you. Finally, Lilith rolled 2 1s. It attacks the sword. It goes, "Ah!"
Wow.
These aren't clever, okay?
Mm.
So, that is their turn gone. That would bring us back round. Reno, casting a spell. Spell activates. Describe Goblin Bomb.
Rules-wise, Goblin Bomb has a couple of caveats to it. It explodes instantly, dealing power times 4 plus 2d6, unless they're lower level, which I'm level 1, so I don't think they are. And there's a 25% chance that it'll also hit me.
Okay, so for that, 25% chance by 4. 1 or 4, which do you feel should be the one to hit?
1.
Alright, so roll a d4.
Oh, whoops. Wrong command. I think. Oh, it's telling me no. Why is it telling me no? Oh, that's why. Because I am in the chat, not in the...
Were you typing that into a Discord?
No! I was typing that into the Twitch chat.
That is so funny.
Oh my god!
1. Okay, so...
It's just like, no, I am not the click clacks.
Okay, so this is gonna hit me too.
So, how much damage is it again? Power times...
Power times 4. My power is 4, so that's 16 plus 2d6.
Alright, go for it.
I almost did it again. 16 plus 9.
So that's 25 damage. How much M-arm does your armor have?
Damn.
My M-arm is 6.
So, take 6 off of that, so you're taking 19 damage. How many hit points do you have?
22.
Okay.
Okay.
And are you using this as a single target? Or, like, is this only
That's
a single
target.
Yeah. So, the little insect who tried to attack you, please describe how this works.
So I hold up the bomb, and the face intensifies, glows, and starts laughing. And I go to throw it at the one that's directly in front of me, except it explodes a little too soon and hits both of us. And I come out of it with like black soot on my face.
Wonderful. Okay. So that doesn't actually use any of your actions. You now have actions. You can now play. You hit it with a melee attack. You can start casting a spell. And this one's dead. This one just exploded. While it's very soot on your face, there is.
I'm going to hit it with a melee attack.
Well, there's like a vague, shadowy outline of where this creature once was.
And there's another one nearby, right?
Yes, there's one engaged in combat with a sword, and one engaged in combat with...
Okay, I'll go to the one in front of Malcolm, because that seems to be the bigger threat, I guess.
Alright.
I'll take out my gun blade and slice down at it.
Okay. So that is... See?
What is my accuracy?
Unless you have any additional bonuses to the one you... let's look at...
It's 1.
Yeah.
6. 1.
8. 8 hits.
Okay. And because this is a blade that has reliable, I can use my resolve for damage. So that's going to be 2d6 plus 8.
And you can use the 7 you already rolled, or...
I'll roll again just to see what happens. 15.
Yeah. Please describe how you this full spawn insect from oil.
I'll basically step up behind it, once again covered in black soot, spin my gun blade over my hand and pull the trigger so I can get that nice little reverberation on the blade and just slice it in half.
So Malcolm, you're engaged in this thing. Actually, a whip ray, and basically mostly naked cat lady just boom. That's it. There is one sin spawn left. Who would like to go next?
Even though my sword is stuck in the ground, could I try to kick it? Is that a thing I could do?
That is the innate ability of
Oh. Oh, okay.
use like impromptu weapons. It's very easy to pull your sword up and hit it, or right up next.
You probably hit it just pulling your sword out.
Yeah, I'm just imagining like Lilith pulls out this sword and it's like, hi.
Right, so one standard action, pull the sword out of the ground, which the insect is incredibly offended. Like, how dare you? I was winning.
Yes, totally.
And
Would I have to roll 2d6 to hit it now?
yeah, to hit, so it's 2d plus accuracy.
Okay. And
9. That hits. How is your damage?
for me, damage is calculated with power plus 2d6.
So, what's your power?
For Lilith, her power is 7.
So you can either add the 7 you already rolled, 14, or you can have a 2d get instead.
I'll just keep the 9 and then add the 7, so that'll be a 16.
It's just the 2d6, not the plus 2.
Oh.
It'd be 14.
Oh, okay.
But that's
Okay,
still
then.
enough to kill. So, how does this work?
Basically, she just pulls out the sword, and very nonchalantly, she just moves her arm so that the sword is right above the insect's head, and then she just brings it down.
Love that.
Like,
You
doesn't
just
even try to do anything, like, special. She's just like, bye.
just over it. And with that, final sin spawn effect is defeated. Fairly certain in the background you hear playing.
Da 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 da. Copyright.
Okay.
All right. With that, Raiko kind of discharges themselves, which they're a little bit upset about because they were going to cast arrow, hit all the enemies at once, but they're going to walk up and they're going to heal Reno. So Reno, you get. Do not have a sheet.
It's mine times 2 plus 2d6.
So I'm gonna go out on a whim and say, I don't know what Raiko's mind score is yet, because I need to make a character for them. So I'll just give a plus 10, whatever I roll on the 2d6 for now, which is a 7, so 17 hit points. As you are being healed, you feel the ground
Thank you.
underneath you rumble. The guy who was like being attacked by his thing, he got up, he ran off, he bolted. except also not really, because the ground underneath you is, and you realize that you are stood directly on top of Sin. Little bridge, pathway thing you're on, Sin's entire head just like pops up and engulfs the end of it, leaving you eye to eye. You all start to feel very woozy and hazy, and nothing quite makes sense anymore. And visual spiral mist goes over you. Find yourselves back in your bed. Whatever this whole sequence was, no clue. But it happened. How does each of you react on waking up? Obviously, you're still off in your own separate areas, wherever you were. Don't wake up in your own.
Lilith, in her bed, where she was just wearing very basic pajamas and stuff, she didn't go to sleep with in entire plated armor, because that would just be silly. She just sort of wakes up and just rubs at her temples like, oh, jeez, what happened?
Malcolm, react to all of this?
Can you come back to me, actually?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Reno?
I wake up with a start and fall out of the tree that I was sleeping in.
Ah!
And after a moment of considering all the things that happened in that dream, I go get breakfast.
Straight, yeah, goals.
Coupon?
They kind of wake up with a gasp, and immediately their hands were like under the pillow, and they reach for their daggers, and is just like kind of actually kind of like floating up in the air with their wings, and just kind of like looking at the room and like breathing hard and just checking that kind of just still in that mode. But then they kind of float back down onto the bed when they realize like what it was, that it was just a dream, and kind of breathe out. But would it be, I don't know where, I've kind of forgot where everyone is in relation. I thought we would all be at the inn, but is that the case? I
I
forgot.
think it's like we're at the inn, but we're
Obviously, if Reno
except for
wants to be
Reno.
asleep in the tree, I'm going to
Yeah,
say
but
the
not
tree is...
Reno, right?
I'm going to say Reno with Eva in, right in, just for ease. There's an inn right there, but Reno's like, no.
But because I'm wondering if I have enough awareness to realize it's like, oh, I recognize these faces. Like these are people I passed by in the inn or something, or
You had a good solid interaction. They glowed magic, sparkly, you are the chosen one. They are clear in your memory. You saw these people like downstairs in the bar. You've seen. In fact, you saw all of them. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Because I think in that case they'd want to like kind of at least try to meet up with someone they recognize and try to say like, were you in this dream, kind of thing. So they kind of dress in their simple like dark, very dark gray, unassuming like robes and or outfit, and kind of head down to the main room to see if they can catch anyone that was in the dream with them.
put a little pause on. Malcolm, have you?
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So, he's had nightmares of his village being destroyed before, so that's not new. But the setting and something about it was different to him. So he's a little bit shaken, but he doesn't really show it on the outside. He's kind of dissociates a little bit, and just kind of wanders in a fog downstairs, not really paying attention to what's going on around him.
All right. So, the narrative is, I'm gonna say that Coupon, Malcolm, you both kind of like step out your rooms at the same time. What you see, well, Malcolm, you don't see anything you're associating.
Mm-hmm.
Coupon, you see Malcolm, you recognize Malcolm. What you also see is you see Raiko, who, I'm gonna say Raiko, their sleeping attire is, I don't want to say it's like a Moogle onesie. I think that'd be fucking adorable. Or like it. So like you see they've got like the white mage robes on, like the dress part, but like over the top is kind of like a long unzipped hoodie, and the hood comes up and it's a little Moogle thing, and it's got the palm cuddling a tomberry, and you see them knocking on a door going.
There is just like a voice from the other side, like, hold on, give me a moment. And then, after a few moments, Lilith walks out in her full Dark Knight attire from the dream sequence. Only sadly, in the real world, she is at her normal height and not tall.
Okay, so Malcolm, you heading. Yeah, I'm assuming you.
I think by the time I see this large Ronso and the fully armored Dark Knight, the Moogle's probably below eye level. But when I run into the other two, I would probably snap out a little bit. Morning, and kind of start to move past them a little bit.
Morning. Oh, okay. Yes.
Hi.
Is Raiko saying hi to us?
Yeah.
Yes.
They are saying hi to Bon, and they.
I look at Raiko in the onesie, and I just say, "Good choice, Kupo."
Anybody's in my dream? There, over there, there. There's also a cat.
I feel like you.
Wait, you had that dream too? Yeah, you were there with your freaky Tonberry doll, and
Oh, Tom.
she was there, and she was there, but I could have sworn you were taller. Anyway, and
I
yeah,
am
the cat
perfectly
person too.
normal height.
You hear a voice, like a loud voice from downstairs going, and there were bugs, and oh god, this stuff is good.
I think I found the cat person.
That's the person we're looking for. And I start waddling downstairs.
And with that, you all go down. I assume you're sat at. The room is empty. This is like. I'd say that the place isn't open yet properly, but I don't think Reno cares. There's people out there like putting chairs down and setting stuff up. Reno's like, "You're open."
I'm just obnoxiously talking to the innkeeper.
Yeah. Who is clearly in the middle of trying to get on with opening stuff up, getting ready. It's still dark outside. The sun hasn't risen. And the party, you're all there in the same room. Who has an amusing line to say? That'll be the
Oh shit, here we go again.
I like it.
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be the end. I think we've all got a good hand of a work, how the game is going. Very happy, I'm very excited. Back again in date 26th. I have been the occupied Patreon. All of those places. This will be edited, uploaded to you sometime. In fact, I don't even think there's any editing that needs to be up because we did take a break. I usually take a break. Now we'll figure stuff out. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Players, do you want to remind everybody who you are? Nice sign off if anybody has.
Hi, I'm ATB, also known as a Tired Guy, who is playing Lilith the Dark Knight, who is basically this is my first time playing like a stoic, sort of serious character in a while. Usually most of the characters I've played have been just awkward and quiet. Or just somehow very confident in themselves. You can find me in a Curse of Strahd game, being run by Undead K, who was in the chat for a moment. I have no idea if she is still watching this, but that is a thing. And it happens every second Thursday, so not next week, but the week after is going to be the next session. And that's very fun. I recommend watching. I can also be found lurking in Bardic's chat whenever they're playing games. I can be found on Discord sometimes. If I am making terrible jokes or just being extremely awkward, then it's probably me. But if it's an imposter, send him my way, because there can be only one. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm Natural One. I'm playing Malcolm the Red Mage, and you can mostly find me on the Twitterverse at Natural One, and that's pretty much all you can find on me right now.
Okay.
I am Rain Hayes. You can find me on Welcome to the Party Discord. You can find me on the Nerds with Dice Discord. Sometimes you can find me on the Scraticus server. Right now, this is the only streamed game I'm in, but there is another game that is either going to be streamed or going straight to YouTube called The Awakened RP. It is based on a book series by Shay Darksbane, the Orlight Codex Dakota Shepherd books. It's a urban fantasy, and it's actually going to be run by Shay. So it's going to be in her world through the books. Other than that, you can find my products on Dungeon Masters Guild, and I'm trying to expand outward to other games. Also, I forgot to mention I am playing a Mithrin Blue Mage here.
mark, question mark when we... Alrighty, and finally, Bo.
Hello. I go by Kupo Knight, and I'm finally playing a Moogle in a game, and I'm living the dream right now. You can find me on Twitter at Kupo Knight, KUP0KNIGHT. I also stream on my own Twitch channel, Kupo_Knight. I stream like a variety of like video games as long as they have a good story. Basically just an excuse to hang out and talk geek stuff with people. So come on over and say hi sometime. This, in terms of tabletop, this Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it is my last session for my Star Wars RPG that I'm a player of. I think we're just gonna wrap everything up and then end with our crew's favorite pastime every time we go to a cantina, and that is to sing karaoke. So you might expect some Twitch sings.
Nice.
So there's that, and then and Sundays, obviously, I will be here at Bardic Nox channel playing a Moogle. Oh, and tonight, it will be pretty late, but 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight, I will be on the Midgardia tabletop channel. They are doing a charity stream for and raising money for the Trevor Project. I'm sure everyone knows what the Trevor Project is, but if not, they are a nonprofit that raises money to help LGBTQ youth. Yes, I will be playing a Numenera one-shot there. So if you're awake, if you want to support a good cause, come on over and say hi. And that's it for me.
I am very rarely do.
Always get to raid someone. I hate it.
Either another tabletop game or like someone playing Final Fantasy X.
Terrible. That's
The Bardic Knock is playing Final Oh.
Oh, let's raid that person. They sound cool. I don't know. Someone should...
The tabletop channel I mentioned, it's actually like all day.
Oh, is Midgardia going now?
The charity stream is going all day. It's just various one shots. So if you want, they're streaming right now, unless anyone has anyone else to.
So we will send it on.
I can't think of anyone else, but Date sounded like a great choice.
Yeah, it's Midgard and then IA.
Yeah. I want to give a huge thanks. Done a fantastic job. Pretty. Gonna be great. Till next time. Look. Until next time, stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.